What is up, everybody? I'm Giles, and I'm joined with Mike on audio, and this is Culture Cast. How you doing, Mike?
Culture Cast. What's up, buddy?
Cast.
How are you
I'm
today?
excited, dude. I'm excited. I saw the episode House of the Dragon number 8.
Dude, we gotta just dive right in because I know last episode we kind of veered off in the beginning.
I know, we're too far off topic, and everybody wants to hear about this House of the Dragon, and I'm vindicated. It finally happened,
dude. But not yet. It's not announced until next episode.
It happened at the end. You saw it.
It theoretically did, but it didn't really happen until it's announced. So I hate Allison and her kids more and more and more each episode. So where do we begin?
Let's start at the beginning. You just saw it, so it's fresh, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to jump around though. Once again, Daemon completely takes the episode, and he literally does. I mean, honestly, he really carries the show.
He does.
His persona, crazy. his ambiance that he gives off, this attitude about him is like he doesn't give a shit, right? He just, and in the beginning when Rhaenyra and Daemon and their kids show up, it's very customary. Well, it's actually pretty much mandatory that someone of that stature, obviously the heir to the throne, is greeted at the doors by,
somebody important,
the king, or someone important like the hand or representative, or even the queen. And they did that on purpose just to prove a point, to let them know that they don't fucking matter, right?
That's right.
So they did that. That's how the show begins. And then Rhaenyra and Daemon go to see Viserys. Viserys is,
well, we gotta give a little preface, right? So what has led to all this is that the sea snake is
I forgot about
fighting.
that.
Yeah. So he's out fighting, but I don't think this carried over from the previous episode. I think this happened in the middle, right? Because 6 years passes, right? And he's out fighting somewhere and supposedly takes a wound and is close to death. And that then brings into question, okay, who is going to take over for him when he's gone? And he obviously wants the children that have none of his blood, his son's children. His son is gay, married. She had an affair relationship with the strong guy, and those children don't carry his blood, but he still wants them to pick up the mantle. His brother isn't having that at all. He wants to pick up the mantle himself. And then you have his wife who wants to do her own thing too. So
everybody has their own agenda in that family.
That's right.
What's going to be horrifying is if Corlys isn't dead, which I don't think he is.
That'll be so sweet. He comes back.
Comes back. Daemon killed his brother. Well, you know what? That guy was going to lose his tongue either way, right? That guy was going to get killed. You don't talk. First of all, you don't talk to the king like that, right? Who are you? You peon piece of shit. Like, who are you to talk to the king like that? Number one. Number two, I think it was great that part when Daemon just lobbed his head off with that sword. My question is, why did they say unarm him? First of all, that's the king's brother. Second of all, he's a prince to the throne. If anything, they should have. One of the guards should have killed that guy. That just goes to show the amount of disrespect that the court has for Viserys. That just goes to show. That just goes to show that the Hightowers are really in charge.
Oh, the Hightowers totally in charge, and they've been in charge for years,
right?
Because they had the king in bed on opium.
And the fact that they've changed the emblems and all that to that stupid star, and they're over here, just praying to their gods, and dude, there's a reason there's no Hightowers in Game of Thrones, or at least relevant Hightowers in Game of Thrones that have any real power, because you can't mess with these Targaryens. These Targaryens are crazy. They're crazy, and they have dragons. And you start messing with these people, they're gonna kill you. You know, they're not gonna be very happy about it. But aside from that, favorite part of the show was Damon. Just first, Damon's um
I like how you said, "Say it."
oh no, yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
cool.
"Say
But
it."
Damon's back and forth with Alicent in the in the beginning when they're in Viserys's chambers is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like he's pretty much telling her like, "Oh, you don't even remember his name," like I'm surprised you remember his name. So his little back and forth with her was good. Him lobbing off the head was good, and you could just tell the amount of like intimidation Damon has, especially with when the one-eyed kid got out of hand, and Damon just kind of smiled at him like what the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like get on,
that's the big battle that's coming, though.
No, I think the big battle that's coming is gonna be Crispin and Damon. That's what I think.
I
That,
don't.
that that's
I
that's old. That's old. Like
I think
old,
Crispin is just like a non-issue. He has no power.
right? But
He's just a jilted lover.
he did best Damon in the beginning of the series in the joust.
In the joust, yeah. But I think that one-eyed kid and Damon are going to go at it.
Yeah, that one-eyed kid's a real piece of shit. I don't like him at all. Aegon is an idiot. He won't last long.
Aegon is horrible. What's really unfortunate is, okay, so the king did everything he possibly could to create a little reconciliation amongst his family members, right?
Right.
And it just shows how nice of a guy he really is, right? He's just like, I want my family, the people that I love more than anything in the world, to get along and not fight. And then Rhaenyra, she's like, okay, I'll swallow the bitter pill, and thanks, what's your face, for taking care of my dad, and blah blah. And then she was like, okay, blah blah blah. And so they all were kumbaya. And then as soon as he's gone, the little snotty kids go absolutely nuts.
Well, no, it wasn't even Rhaenyra's kids. It was that piece of shit Aegon that started the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. The kids just
cutting all these, these remarks. When I would have been like, well, at least I'm not, effing my sister. I mean, that's the first thing I would have resorted to, is something completely childish like that, because he really is married to his sister. So,
and she's like not the sharpest.
Well, first of all, she's weird, right? There's something wrong with her. And second of all, she obviously stated publicly that nothing really is really going on there, right?
Yeah.
And then in the beginning, what's his name? Aegon's accused of the R word, because I know we can't say any of these weird words. He forced himself on one of the servant girls, and I'm only guessing that was poison in that teacup, right?
No. That was the
That's what she thought it was, but I think that she.
Oh, you think it's poison?
Well, remember the lady came in and she's like, "Oh, what's her face? She's supposed to be with the kids right now." And the queen just kind of hugs the girl like randomly, like.
True. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but it could have been poison. He could have just killed her.
I think they did. So I think she was killed. Either that or she was banished or something. I don't know. But my guess is killed, because the queen.
See, I thought she gave her a big old thing of gold and was like, "Get out."
I don't know. They didn't really, but I don't know. I get my money's on her killing her. Yeah. Aside from that, I mean, it was just an excellent episode. Finally, I mean, Viserys, Jesus, I'm surprised it lasted this long, dude.
Poor guy. I thought he was going to be gone 4 episodes ago, but
when he took off his mask, Jesus.
Yeah, no eyeball, and like his cheeks all gone.
Skeletal, yeah.
So here's the thing, right? So, and this is where I feel like the plot was contrived a bit, because he made it very clear to everyone, this is what the succession looks like. It's going to be my daughter, and then her son is going to be on the throne after that, right? That's it. That is the end of days. And everybody was like, okay, because they were all like, I want to petition, blah blah blah. He's like, I don't understand why you're all here. This is the way it is. The end. And then he's on his deathbed. Millicent, or whatever her name, Alicent, comes in, and he thinks that it's his daughter, and he starts talking about the Song of Fire and Ice, and she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Then he starts talking about the old Aegon, right? And she's all like, oh, he must be talking about our son Aegon, and he's the prince that was promised, and he'll be on the throne. So that they're going to use that to.
They were actually talking. What's funny is that they were actually talking about Jon Snow. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that is an Easter egg and a lead up to the Jon Snow show that they're going to be making after this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jon Snow takes the throne in his own show.
yeah.
So
Down the
that would
down
be
the
really
line when
cool.
his brother dies or whatever, because
Yeah.
his brother's not gonna last too
We got
long.
to get rid of Bran.
Yeah,
We got to get rid of Bran.
yeah.
Bran, that was a mistake. That was poor writing. That was sloppy writing. That was rushed writing. Like that just doesn't need to be a thing. But yeah, man.
But that's what they're going to use to create the war, and I just think that's a little contrived. I think they could have done it some other way than a misunderstanding of what the king said.
She was just looking for something, anything.
I
And
don't,
that, you know
I
what?
don't
I don't
think
even.
so.
I think she knows what he meant. I think she knows what he meant. And she's just like, oh, the hell with it. That's a good idea. I'm gonna run with that. So
I don't.
obviously,
Yeah,
Aegon's.
I'll disagree with that. I think it's just the writers trying to. She really thought the king really changed his mind and whispered to her the secrets at the end, which is
Well, here's the
stupid.
thing. In the books, Aegon, when he dies, so obviously Rhaenyra and company are going back to Dragonglass. That's what was said at dinner. It's like, okay, I'm going back to Dragonglass or whatever, where I'm going to chill there, and I'll be back on my
Yeah, I'm gonna
dragon.
go drop the kids off so they don't
Yeah,
get murdered here,
you're right.
and then
Because
I'm coming back on Dragon.
you guys are a bunch of fucking animals. I don't want my kids to get hurt, so I'm going to drop them off, and I'll be back because my dad's really sick. So obviously, she probably took off before she knew he died, right?
Yeah,
And this is where they're going to pull a coup. So what's going to happen is they're going to be crown Aegon king. That's what they're going
yeah,
to do.
yeah,
So, and that's following the books. They're crowning Aegon king. She comes back, and that's when the dance of the dragons begin. So it's
yeah.
going to be an all-out war with dragons and everybody involved. So here's my question: who are the Valerians going to be? Whose side are they going to be on? Because as far as the princess, the old lady goes, she's pretty much lost everybody except for her grandkids, right? And she knows the other grandkids aren't even hers because they're not.
Well,
They don't.
she's aligned herself with Rhaenyra.
But the second Rhaenyra's, that's under the assumption that Rhaenyra was going to be queen. But if Aegon's king, what use does Rhaenyra have to her?
Well, I think that what's her face is going to have even less use for her than Rhaenyra will. What's her name? Not Millicent. Alicent. I think Alicent's not going to have anything to do with her because she's already like, okay, you declared that you're going to go with Rhaenyra, and I think she's going to cut her out. I think the question is, and what's going to throw the loop, it depends on if the sea snake is really dead or not.
Correct.
That could be a fun plot line. He shows back up and he's like, "What'd you guys do while I was gone?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like my brother's dead, and then this dude's on the throne. You guys can't do anything right.
right.
That'll be fun.
So if they follow the books, which they have been to the T, there's some cool stuff coming. But I've read, not even in the books, but online, I've seen all the Targaryens that have been king, right?
Yeah.
And none of them really served for very long. Some of them a year, some of them 2 years, some of them 4 years. I think the longest one was like 7 or 8 years, maybe 10. No,
Except for Viserys, who was there forever.
Except for Viserys and Aegon the Conqueror, who are like the OGs. But yeah, after Viserys, it's all like boom, 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 up until the Mad King, when all hell breaks loose, and then the Baratheon comes in. Yeah, everything changes. So, needless to say, depending on how many episodes are left in this season, they could if they go. But here's the thing: they're going to go full blown politics next episode, and then maybe they'll start with the action in the final episode. I think there's only 10 episodes, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that sounds right. So there's got to be a season 2 for sure.
There has to be, just to clear everything up and declare the next king. Which I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there is obviously going to be a next king. It's obviously not Rhaenyra nor the drunk raper.
Yeah, the drunk raper. Oh,
so Those two will not be in power for very long, but there is someone else from the lineage that takes over, and I'm not sure how long he's in for, but like I said, it's like 2, 3, 4 years, and then they switch up to the next one. So essentially, they could really they could go through probably the way they've been aging people out and the way they've been jumping timelines, they could probably hit the Mad King by the end of the second season, to be honest with you.
I wonder how many seasons there will be.
Because think about it.
I'm trying to Google it now, and I can't find any information about it.
Think about it. They've already gone through what 30 years of the 170, right? Around
right.
give or take
somewhere around there.
about 30 years. No, I'm not going to say that because, well, no. Okay. I mean, this will tell us right now.
So I'm Googling, and at Polygon.com they say House of the Dragon will run for 4 10-episode seasons, according to George R.R. Martin.
4? Oh, so
4?
They're gonna get all the way to that. That'll take them all the way to the Mad King.
Yeah, all the way up to it'll hand right off into Game of Thrones. So
okay,
a new person would start with this and watch it.
Viserys is 52 when he dies. And that means he was. How old was Viserys when he became king? Which that's kind of where they started, right? When Viserys became king. Viserys Targaryen doesn't really look like him, the real thing. Jaehaerys, blah blah blah.
What are you looking for? The amount of time that's passed.
How old he was
at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, that'll give us a kind of a time frame.
Well, it went from Rhaenyra was like 17, and went to 29 or something. I don't know. If any of the viewers out there want to comment.
Here we go. Okay, so his reign was from 103 to 129 AC. He was born in 77 AC. So 87, 97, 107. So he was 29. Okay, so he was 20. Jesus. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 26 when he became king. So he was 26 and he died at 52. So that means
22, 25 years about.
So yeah, they've basically gone 25 years of the 170 that it's going to take to get to Game of Thrones. So they're at
140, 60, 50, 145. Yeah, 145 years left for 3 seasons. Which
so
they
now,
yeah.
Now Melisandre is like 60 years old.
Yeah.
So
she's got to come. She's got to come in the show.
She has to make an appearance.
She has to.
It's really want her. I really want her to make an appearance. The Night King could very well make an appearance. I don't know. We'll see.
Exciting. I think this is probably the best episode yet.
Yeah, I agree. It was very. It's always very cringy when Alicent's around, though.
Oh, God.
I don't like her. I don't like her freaking stupid, ugly kids. And how did they age the eyeball kid so hard? Like he looks way older than Aegon, and Aegon's older.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, the actor they chose for him definitely has a look about him. You know what I mean?
Well, the kid was young, and the other kids are still young.
Yeah, they aged him way past.
They were very close in age, and the youngest who cut his eye is still only 6 years older. This guy is like in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
I actually want to see how old the actor is for that, because that doesn't make any gosh darn sense.
You have to suspend disbelief. You have to just believe it to be true.
I think that was a mistake.
Because I think the actors are done, right? They're not going to age up anybody else.
They shouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't think I think nobody else is changing.
What's his name? Prince.
No idea. Joffrey?
No, Joffrey's one of the other ones.
Joffrey is the baby that she just had, that Rhaenyra just had. Joffrey.
Rhaenyra is just popping these kids out, man.
She's pregnant again.
I know.
She's got a true Targaryen baby in there.
Here he is.
We need to have a history chart up at all times that people can look at for all the names and everything.
Yeah, his name's complicated. Aemon or something like that.
Aemon, yeah. Aemon?
Yeah.
Aemon. Remember, Aemon was the old guy that went to the wall, right? The old Targaryen that was at the wall. The blind one.
Yeah, he must have been down the road, though.
That's a different one. They reuse the names over and over and over. But I think that was, I think he, that name comes back around in Game of Thrones.
Oh my God, this is tough because this guy's like a nobody.
You mean the actor?
Yeah, he's like a nobody. Okay, so he's 20 years old. So in 6 years, this kid went from, what was he, like 9 or 10 in there to 20 years old?
Just 4 years, man. Just 4 years.
At least that's the actor's age, but I mean, he looks much older.
He does look a lot older. Hi-Fi Haven agrees that it was a great episode.
Yeah, man, it was probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just glad the King's
finally dead. Yeah,
I know, poor guy.
I feel bad for him. I mean, he was genuinely a good king and a good guy, but dude, how many times did he have to save Rhaenyra's ass, dude? How many times? Like even on his deathbed, he literally. Oh, did you know that when Daemon picked up the crown and put it on his head, it was completely improvised? It wasn't planned.
Really?
Yeah, that whole.
Oh, that was such a good scene.
Oh, it was so powerful. And like, I don't know I don't know if the actor himself like just thought it'd be a good idea, but he did it and they rolled with it, and it was very powerful. Yeah. It showed how much respect and love Daemon truly has and had for his brother.
Yeah, even through everything,
he kept looking over at him like with like this pain in his eyes, like fuck, man, my brother's dying,
Yeah.
Even through everything that's happened, and I think Viserys showed him the same type of love. He kind of looked at him and kind of he was glad he's there.
Oh, totally,
dude. I still think the part where, gosh, Daemon just lobbed that guy's head off was just I clapped.
I started clapping. It off. It's like down the middle, right?
Yeah, like it left his tongue there, and it was like, oh, he can keep his tongue.
He's all like,
Jesus,
whatever. You knew that was coming though. I mean, Viserys was all like, "I'll have your tongue for that."
Honestly, there are not many swords out there that can cut through skull like that.
That had to be Valyrian steel.
Like I watch a lot of what's that stupid show, Forged in Fire,
where the guy says, "Will it cut?
But will it kill?
Will it kill?"
Yeah, I really love that show, and dude, these guys make some amazing swords, and a lot of them can cut and kill really well when it comes to their tests that they do. But I've never seen one lob or slice a skull open like that, dude.
They have those fake bodies and they chop into it, and there's nothing like that.
Yeah, I agree with Hi-Fi Haven. I'm expecting to see it on 4K.
Oh, it's coming. It's
just like Game of Thrones is, and I am gonna collect it. But so you said it's slated for 4 seasons, huh?
That's what they're saying.
So it might run concurrently with Jon Snow, because Jon Snow is slated to come out, I think, 2024, early 2024.
Yeah.
So 2022 is pretty much gone. We're almost done here.
Yeah, we're done.
They literally
2 more episodes
are in pre-production right now, so they're basically writing the damn show as we speak. They probably won't start filming until spring of 2023. So I'm guessing it'll come out sometime in the middle of 2024, which will probably still be. They'll probably be maybe on the 3rd or 4th season of this one by 2024. I don't know. But the way how fast they're going, it's like, Jesus, man.
It'd be nice to have like the next 10 years have a Game of Thrones.
That's the plan.
Show, right?
That's George R.R. Martin's plan, is to create this not alternate, but I guess side universe, where they're
The expanded universe.
expanded universe where they're doing
Yeah.
these one-offs, they're gonna, obviously probably touch on maybe Aegon the Conqueror, which would be fun. Everybody wants Henry Cavill to play Aegon the Conqueror, which I think would be pretty cool.
Oh my
But I think it's
God.
too close. I think it's a little too close to the Witcher type deal. It's going to look the same as the Witcher. So
I'm okay with that. I don't care. I'm down.
Yeah, that would be
I'm
cool.
down.
That would be very cool. I'm surprised they haven't utilized. Honestly, I think Henry Cavill is very underrated, very underrated, very underused.
He's a good actor.
Great. He's a good.
Beside everything else, he's
He
really
is
good.
good. He's an
Yeah.
excellent Superman.
Really good.
He's a ho-hum Clark Kent. He doesn't have that that nerdiness about him. He's like a cool Clark Kent.
Yeah.
And then the one that plays him on TV now is kind of a cool Clark Kent too. So they kind of lost that Christopher Reeve kind of.
Oh, dude, Christopher Reeve was the best.
Yeah, that whole dummy, clumsy Clark Kent thing. But I mean, let's be honest. Did I just turn into a different person, or are you gonna?
Who are you?
Like,
who is this man?
Like if I hung out with you like this and then just went like this, would you be like, "Oh, dude, Mike, where'd you go? Who are you?"
No, I would be so upset that the stranger came into my place. No, exactly. You got to have some. It's a fantasy, right? Yeah. So it's definitely a sci-fi fake thing. It's part of the magic of the glasses.
Yeah,
I don't know. There have been different explanations for that over the years.
So just to wrap up, there's been some name changes. I don't know if people have noticed.
Tell us all about it.
Because this right here is now my music project. Oh, I was able to transfer my Audio Architects over to another Instagram account, so I kept the name. Thank God.
You changed the name and then created a new account and pulled it over?
No, I just took another account I wasn't using and did it. I think it was my personal account.
Yeah, so you rename one and then rename another one with the old name. Yeah. Did you have to wait?
I don't know. I waited however long it's been since I've changed it. I did it yesterday.
Oh, that's
so cool. Maybe a couple weeks. But yours, buddy, you're Giles McCoy now.
That's right. Yep. I'm just going with my name because I don't want to be typecast at all.
Exactly. Now I will be starting a new YouTube channel. Don't worry, guys. It's not going to be about cheap watches or anything. I am going to be doing a lot of different types of stuff on this new channel. It's not going to be tech or audio related. I'm going to leave that to Mike on Audio. So I'm excited. And once it's all, once all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed and things are happening, I'll let you guys know what it's going to be, what it's going to be called, and where to find it. It's going to be different. It's going to be very different. I think I'm going to take more of a behind the scenes approach for this channel than like what I'm doing now.
Out in the forefront. Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as tech and stuff go, I think I'm sticking with audio for now because, to be honest, I've been doing the audio thing for 3 years. I enjoy it very much. But up until this point, how can I say this?
Delicately.
Yeah, I know. There's only been a couple brands that have blown my face off. Only a couple, which is unfortunate. I have a lot of different things. And I'll name them. Aperion Audio, number one. I think Aperion Audio is probably the most underrated and best reasonably priced speakers for the value. And I just did a YouTube video about value in the audio industry that nobody is watching. And I think they should. I think companies and people should watch it just to get a feel for what the ecosystem in the world of audio is like behind the scenes. Since, the ones that are reviewing stuff are the ones that know what's going on behind the scenes. Aperion Audio, Stereo Integrity probably makes some of the best subwoofers and component speakers for car audio and home theater applications if you're doing DIY, which I know Giles is working on his dual 15 build, and I'm excited to see how it's going.
Slowly but surely.
I know I've been busy this week, Giles, but don't worry. I have been keeping an eye on you and seeing what progress you've been making on it. And it looks like a very involved project as far as the construction of that damn thing goes. I probably would have been throwing stuff and gluing my hand to different
there are a
things,
million pieces, but it's not too bad.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
Now, as far as here's the thing, guys, and I'm glad I have this moment, this platform to say my piece real quick, because I will say it on my own, but I kind of want to say it on Giles's too. I guess this is our platform in a way.
It is.
And this is something Giles and I have talked about for years now. I feel like a lot of components, let's talk DACs, amplifiers, CD players, streamers, whatever, right? I can't tell the damnedest difference. Some things I can't tell a difference at all. I can say how I like it. I can say, hey, this thing sounds fantastic, right? Yeah, some things might sound better than others, whatever. Very, very few and far between. But if you're talking, dude, when I started, I was using a $40 FX Audio tube preamp and a Stark Sound 84 amplifier, and it sounded fantastic. And I switched to a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 amplifier. They all sound great. I just built I didn't build it. I'm sorry. Nelson Pass built it, and I mounted it, and Mike Galush and I mounted it. 5-watt amplifier with the right speakers, sensitive speakers, 92, 93 plus dB. It's $120. Awesome. It's $125 DIY kit. Slams. Incredible. Absolutely phenomenal. I would put that up against things that I've heard in the tens of thousands of dollars. So this is the world we live in, guys. You cannot judge a piece of audio on its price, because value. Where's the value? You always have to figure out where the value is. If it's $1,000, let's say if it's $1,000 pair of speakers, where's the value? How do they sound? Do they sound like $1,000 pair of speakers? Have you ever heard $1,000 pair of speakers? Do you have any form of reference to compare them to? There's so many different angles you could take it to. And I guarantee you, I could build you a pair of, $200, $300, $400 speakers that could very well sound as good as those $1,000 speakers. And I know Giles has done this too. Giles has been in this game longer than I have. And he's the one that actually preached this to me before. And I was always like, nah, Giles, I hear a difference in this. Nah, Giles, this DAC is so buttery. I love it. And Giles just kept shaking his head. Okay, Mike. All right. You're doing good. All right. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, son. Yeah. And now I'm starting to be like, dude, save your money. Save your money. Go for speakers. If you guys have any advice I can give anybody, is spend your money on a solid pair of speakers that you're going to like, that have the bass you want, have the mid-range you want, have the high end you want. Don't just go get a pair of Klipsch because you've heard the name and you think, oh, I'm going to have a pair of Klipsch and I'm going to be cool because I own a pair of Klipsch. Yeah, until your ears start bleeding, from the fatigue, everybody, but some people love it, So my advice to anybody, get yourself a solid pair of speakers, then build your system around those speakers. That's it.
So do you know, I think you know my mantra pretty well. What are the two things that impact the sound the most in any situation, whether it's 2-channel or home theater? What are the two things? The two things:
speakers and room.
Those are the two things. Everything else is minuscule, right?
So, just to remember when I went to your home theater after you put up those GIK or GIK, I don't know if it's GIK or
GIK.
GIK acoustic panels on the walls, and I immediately started clapping to see if there was an echo. And I remember before there was a little bit of an echo.
Oh, there was a lot of echo. You're being nice. There's a lot of echo.
But dude, after you just put up what, 4 panels, that's it?
It was no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 6 panels.
Barely. It sounded so much more dampened. It was really nice.
Yeah, it damped up really well. And I could probably make it a little deader, but I don't want it completely dead in there.
Well, even this damn curtain I put up over here helped things out.
That's
huge
difference.
Yeah. And the problem I have sometimes is when I'm doing, making videos and stuff like that, there is a bit of an echo in this room. This room is an echoey room, but I do have popcorn ceilings, which helps. I have the blind. I'm going to get better curtains actually here soon. But there's still so many spaces where I cannot put room correction. So eventually I'm just going to have to outgrow this room when it comes to where where things happen, but, that'll come with time when I get a house. But
yep,
I don't know. I just feel that people in this industry are being taken advantage of, are being misled, are being oversold, and realistically, they can achieve greatness in their audio system if they just stick to what we just said: speakers, room correction, amplifier. Yeah, don't go for a we've seen the difference in amplifiers. Obviously, if you go for like a cheapy, PA amp that was worth $30, you will hear a difference between that and something perfect, like something like an integrated, even a $400 Yamaha sounds fantastic. Will do the job.
Yeah, once you just got to get up to that level of it sounds good, right? You can buy crap that's going to be horrible, but you remember that 2-channel amp that I had?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, so bad.
Or that Samson that I had. Dude, I mean, I'm telling you, there's things that do sound better, but
you just, once you get to the level of it's good enough though.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I mean, it's just
if you're on a budget though, thrift store. I have a whole system I can put together for you guys, minus speakers, that came from the thrift store.
Yeah, and it's good stuff.
I'm talking source, amplifier, source and integrated amplifier, which is all you need. Source, what are you listening to? You listen to shit on your phone? Get yourself a Bluetooth adapter. The hell with it. I don't know why I'm just saying that right now, but if you don't really care about the quality of the sound, go for Bluetooth. If you care about the quality of sound, get something better, like a nice streamer. Blue Sound, perfect example. A Blue Sound Node 2 or Node is a perfect streaming solution. Or the Raspberry Pi shit I do. What
my pick for best inexpensive streamer is? The Soundbird by Andover. Dude, it costs it's less than $100, and it's cheaper than doing a Raspberry Pi build.
I might just buy that.
Dude, it doesn't have the best specs in the world, and I think you should probably use it with an external DAC, because if you use the
I'm looking at it. It looks like a Bluetooth speaker almost.
No, it's just a little box. It's a little tiny thing.
It's not a tiny thing.
Yeah, it's super tiny.
Oh, I'm looking at something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's super
I'm looking
tiny.
at that thing that you have in your house. Hold on.
Thing. Oh, you're talking about the spin base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. This thing's tiny, dude.
Yeah, it's it's like a Raspberry Pi.
It's almost like a little Chromecast thing. Yeah.
Yeah. The limitation, and I said it backwards just a second ago, is if you use the optical out, it limits the bit rate or whatever. So you have to use the built-in DAC to get all the resolution. But I use the optical out because I want to use offboard in my processor.
Yeah, use your own DAC or whatever.
And it sounds great. I demo all my music on that thing, and it's super inexpensive. Dude, that's the one for me. That's the winner. Get whatever subscription you want. Put the app on your phone. Take that little streamer, stick it in, plug it into your network, or use Wi-Fi. Done.
That's funny. Yeah,
Done.
that's a cool thing. I mean,
Yeah,
aside,
super inexpensive.
I love Volumio though. I love Volumio because they
Mhm.
just charged me for my second year. So,
You gotta love them because you paid for it already.
ugh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hoping they would, show this guy some Italian love, but um,
They said we need our money.
yeah, they don't. So whenever
You better
guys,
have my money.
just for reference, if I ever say nice things about Volumios, because I actually mean it, because I actually pay for this shit, not because I get it for free. And that's another misconception. They think we get all this shit for free. No, no, no,
Some
no, no,
I'm sure
no.
that some people do,
Some
but
people do,
not
and
us.
we get some stuff for free, but it's not. It's very few and far between. Um, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. It's just this whole YouTube thing has me on a loop right now.
Yeah.
Might be
Well,
might be my fevers kicking in. I don't know. Like I don't know what.
I know you're running off at the mouth. No, you got your new name. You're going to start your new YouTube channel. You've been very successful on Instagram as of late. Your YouTube is growing much faster than a lot of the folks out there, which
Yeah,
is really good. Which is
yeah. I
really good.
mean, YouTube Shorts. That's all it is, and everybody hates them, and I don't care because I'm growing, and I'm gonna keep growing because at the end of the day, guys, if you guys love my long form content, watch my long form content. If you don't like my short form content, unclick the bell. And just check on me every once in a while. Just
Yeah, just come back
you
once a week
have
and
to
watch the new video.
you guys got to respect the fact that I have to grow. And what's growing right now is short form content on every freaking platform. So just bear with us. Don't freak out. You guys don't pay my rent here. You guys don't pay for this camera that I'm using to, just chill out. If you enjoy my stuff, watch it. If you don't, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I have to grow. Giles has to grow. So that's, yeah, I'm really serious about that because I've been getting a lot of comments. I even got an email, this random cryptic email from some anonymous person saying how they hate my short form video. And I'm like, this is going a little far. When you start personally emailing me about it, y'all need to relax, dude. Like, this is just YouTube. Like, find a hobby. Like, I get it. You guys enjoy it, but don't enjoy it that much.
Yeah, dude, I am at 42,760 now
Nice
on
Very
YouTube.
nice. Very nice.
I've almost hit the halfway mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start stealing your content, man, because I'm struggling right now for content. I keep posting stuff up and it just doesn't hit. But apparently I'm a woodworking channel now because anything woodworking I post just goes absolutely
It goes
ballistic.
nuts.
It goes absolutely nuts. So I don't know what it is about woodworking, but people love that shit. Oh man.
My biggest search term right now is like JBL.
Is it really? Where do I find my search terms?
It's in
Analytics?
the analytics somewhere. I don't know.
JBL. Why would it be
It might be
JBL?
under the video
Why would it be JBL?
because of the Bluetooth speaker videos.
Oh my god.
Dude, people search for that like crazy. People love the JBL search term. That's a big one. I got one of the little Charge 4s that I need to make a video about. I got it as a freebie for taking a meeting. They were like, take a meeting with us and we'll give you a Charge 4.
Oh, this is too funny. Hold on. Top geography, India. See, you guys don't even know. The Indian people know what's up. 25.8% Indian, 15.5% Indonesian, 10.9% United States. Sorry, US. You guys are lagging.
You're big overseas. My busiest time now on YouTube is 7 a.m.
Is it really?
Yeah, that is my super heaviest time. That's when I should be dropping all my content.
Oh my god, mine is too. Saturday at 7 a.m. Sunday 7 a.m. Monday 7, Tuesday 6 a.m. Wednesday 7 a.m. Thursday 6 a.m. Friday 6 a.m. I'm gonna start waking up at 6 a.m.
I'm supposed to live stream at 8 a.m. on Sundays.
Okay,
That's
here we
never
go.
going to happen.
Videos growing your audience. Oh my god. You want to know what the highest one is? Is a Diplo one, the subwoofer guy.
Where do you see that at? Is it under?
It's under audience and right, like the second to the left.
Um,
I can't believe Darko's at 252,000 subscribers. Dude, that is 252,000 people that get a very good night's sleep at night. Jesus.
I don't think he's on my list anymore.
Dude, Andrew Robinson's at 292,000 subscribers. That is unbelievable. That people want to
so
themselves
here's
to death.
I wonder if this is in order of how it impacts your channel. But so for me, and I'll run through my list real quick. It's Mr. So the first one, other channels your audience watches for the last 28 days.
Yeah.
The first one is Mr. Shafizi Jeezy, then Youthman, then somebody called Technical Maker, then Andrew Robinson, then iSound, Audioholics, Darko, Cheap Audio Man, DJ Factory, JBL Low Bass Ripper, William Portiano, Audio Advice, Shane Lee, Steve Gutenberg, and at the end, GR Research.
Interesting.
What are yours?
I don't want to give these guys a platform, to be honest.
This isn't going to give them a platform. Come on.
Darko's number one.
Darko.
Cheap Audio Man, Robinson, Gutenberg, ABS Rental Audio, Sound System, PS Audio, Steve Huff, Jay Iyagi, Mass Bray Channel. Fucker's got like 634,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Pursuit Perfect System, British Audiophile, Audioholics, GR, New Record Day, which I haven't seen New Record Day do anything new lately. Maybe he's turning into. Oh wait! He has. Maybe we just don't pay attention. I'm sorry.
I'm just not subscribed to him.
Sorry, New Record Day. I didn't realize that you're still putting out things and they're doing well. Yeah, I don't know. The hell.
Yeah, you're like solidly in that audio niche, you know.
Yeah, and that's where I want to be. You know, I think it's really great. I like I said, I'm going to be taking a huge turn when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I see a lot of people starting to do the talking videos because they finally realize that it actually, you know, is
does better than the review stuff, and
does
it's
better
easier
than review stuff. But
beg people, yeah.
As far as reviews go, I'm pretty much going to finish up what I got here, and you can watch my reviews on Soundstage Network because I'll be doing video reviews there for them for headphones. So headphones exclusively, I think. So yeah, if you want to see me review some headphones on there, I'm actually reviewing some Mezes here. They sent me some Mezes to review.
Is that how you say it? I've always called them like Mees.
Honestly,
I have no idea.
I don't even know. I'm going to make a joke about it in the video. I'm going to be like, what do you call these? Please in the description below or in the comments, tell us. But yeah, man, I think there's a lot of good stuff coming. But like I said, I'm going to kind of ease up on the review stuff after I'm done with what I got. Which I have to review a pair of Ellipson XLS 15s. I have to review some op amps by Sparkos. Maybe a couple of subwoofers if I feel like it. Oh, and CD player. CD player and streamer.
Oh, that's right down your alley.
Yeah, by Premiere. So that's about it, really. I don't think I might be missing something here, but for the most part, I think that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to wrap it all up. And if someone wants to play my game, they can come play my game.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. All right. I think we have hit our time. For our viewers out there, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We got 2 more episodes of House of the Dragon. At which time we will then figure out what our next show to cover will be. We gotta figure that one out. I don't know what it is.
Dude, I've been watching, you know what we've been watching lately is American Horror Story. Really good stuff.
Yeah, you said it was really, really good.
Weird. Really weird.
Right on. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure out what that is. But next 2 episodes will be House of the Dragon, and then whatever's clever after that.
I just want to tell Hi-Fi Haven, Kevin, dude, you've been amazingly supportive to both of us throughout this whole process. You know, you're here now. You know, thank you. Thank you.
He is the best.
Sincerely,
You are the best.
Sincerely, thank you. I think you're great. I think what you do is great. You're definitely a champion for a lot of, you know, the products and companies, and you're really, you know, you have this. I know you're not, you know, a teenager or young guy, but you have that enthusiasm about you that is very innocent and very, very, very fun to engage with. So I want to thank you, Kevin, for that. And hopefully we get to meet you someday, you know, hopefully at CEDIA
One
next
day.
year
One
or
day.
something, you know.
It would be cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us, and make sure to stay tuned next week for another edition of Culture Cast.
Culture Cast.